Oh, yeah, yeah. Eagles wear boxing Friday. Let's wrap it up, baby. You know what it is. This is a quick one. Y'all's little cousin lost his coat, so we got to see how that goes. Yeah. I'm the only person that works the studio here, man. But anyway, I was just saying that, that, like, for instance, I said Derek Bailey and you guys usually remember some of the stuff I talk about. So remind me. Yeah, you. I do though. I do know how to lip read. I had to learn how to lip read. Um, so I was saying that Derek and you guys usually remember some of the stuff I got to talk about. I didn't hate on AB. I didn't hate on AB. I said AB lost his trainer. That was like a dad to him. I was just saying that you guys' little cousin AB, um, he might be going through some trauma right now because it's hard. Everybody takes stuff like that differently. I'm not saying I know how he's gonna take it. Yeah, but I'm getting too many stories, man. So let me know about this one. So much condolences to AB's team, AB and the people who love this gentleman. That now he's gone. So, and we all know, we should all know. If you've never experienced it, you're gonna have to sooner or later. You're gonna have to experience something, loss of a loved one, man. It's nothing like that. It's a We look at it as being a tragedy or whatever. It's a celebration at the same time because they made it in and they made it out of here safely. If you want to call it safely, but they made it in and they made it out. They did. Yeah. So, uh, much condolences, to the family of Mike Stafford, Derek Beatty. Salute Derek Beatty. Derek Beatty just got here. So yeah, I had to mention you so you can come into existence. If I mention you, you usually show up. But yeah, I was just mentioning. I said, I want you guys to keep a note in your mind. Salute to Derek and y'all, sir. I want you guys to keep a note in your mind about this one thing. So I want you guys just keep in your mind about the ability to get in for Mike Tyson and Manny Pacquiao. First of all, I'm gonna ask you guys: do you guys know the difference? Do you guys know the difference when Mike Tyson gets in, and like for instance, they both have this kind of a jump in type of style. But can you tell me what's the difference? Just name the main difference. It doesn't take you a whole sentence, and I'm gonna tell you guys. We'll talk about it more one day. But I want you guys to hold on to that so you guys can bring it up to me. I want you guys to remember that, so you guys can bring that up. Later on, you guys will be able to, bring that up, and we'll discuss it a little bit later. But Nephi was not hating on him. I thought you was talking about the. Oh, okay. The Macy's incident. No. I wasn't talking about no certain incident. Yeah. Derek Beatty said, Derek, salute to everybody. But anyway, salute fam at Derek Beatty. Also said, he said he not going to drink or chase women. AB is focused on boxing, according to his IG. Hopefully so, man. AB, he been through a lot, but I must tell you, what I can say, one thing I will say is a lot of that stuff that AB has actually went through, a lot of that is self-inflicted. Now, you guys can argue that fact if you want to. I'm okay. I'm okay if you guys argue that fact. If you don't think it's self-inflicted, then that's just, I will accept your expressed opine about the situation. I have no beef with anybody. That's one thing about me, is sometimes you guys might take me too seriously because of the way I present it. But a lot of times I can care less about these fighters. Like, they have families and stuff to care about them. I can't care about them like that. I like certain personalities. I like certain energies. Sometimes I'm proven wrong. Now, I might be proven wrong about Bud, but I'm not sure. Because nobody has still tested Bud's chin. And see, that's what we got to know. We know Earl got something wrong with him, man. He's just, for me, looked like he was out of it before the fight, and he took a mopping, and he still didn't go completely out. He kind of like Wilder. They just don't go out. They just like, that's the fights that you do back in the day. Now, show of hands, Derek Bailey's old enough, even though he's 23 or 24. His memory goes back further than that. But Derek, you remember back in the day, and I'll get back to the Tyson thing because we got too much to really cover, and I don't really have time. Back in the day, if you was fighting, it's common for somebody like, if one of your boys or something like that, if y'all went to different schools or something like that, but y'all was in the same neighborhood, it's common. I heard Busta Rhymes talk about this. But it's common, like, if you need to beef with somebody, you need to fight with somebody, that they actually come to your door, even though they're respectful to your parents and all that. They'll ask if Derek's home. They say, yeah, Derek here, yeah. And then they leave the door and leave you at the door. And they'll be like, yeah, you still coming out? We still fighting? And you be like, bet, yeah, we still fighting. Let's let me get my shoes or let me change clothes or something like that. Busta Rhymes was bringing that up. He made me laugh because I remember as a child, that's how we fought. A lot of times, nobody was disrespectful to anybody's family. No matter how much shit you talked about somebody, even if you talked about their mom, you would never do it in her face, and you would apologize if she ever heard it. You'd be like, you know what, Miss Eagle Face, I'm sorry about that. You know, I was just we just heated out here talking. You know, we just talking reckless. They would respect you like that, but these kids today, they're too scary. They won't fight. They'll shoot you, but they won't fight you. Something like that. They'll, you know. But back in the day, we used to knock on each other's door. You know, we gonna fight today. You know, I used to fight my best friend all the time. Like, this fight, man. Go out there, bust his nose. He bust my mouth. You know, I knock his teeth out. He blacken my eye or something. Bust my lip. You know, this we should always do that. And then next day we be out there playing. Or not even that next day. That same day we'd be playing. You still gonna play, right? You coming out to play? You still be asking everybody if you're gonna come out and play ball. Like, you still gonna play basketball with us? Or you it's like, man, you just hit me in the eye, man. My eye's still swollen. We didn't care. Because one day my eye be swollen, next day his eye be swollen. So we used to do that all. And that shit just made me laugh because I didn't know that the people grew up like that. He grew up in, I think, Brooklyn or something like that. It might have been Brooklyn, Queens, something like that. I forget what Busta Rhymes grew up at. But yeah, it's just like the cities. There's no difference in cities because what you people don't understand is most cities outside of like New York and the South, everybody is made up of those same people. People always think it's your city. It's not your city. It's the people that the city's made up of. You might go to a section, you might think, oh, this city's all nothing but punks in this whole city, and you find one little neighborhood or one little corner where they just as hard as you or harder. That's what I tell people. You got to be careful. Don't just think that you go to Idaho and just figure like you're going to just run through everybody. There might be just that one neighborhood that nobody just goes to. And you take your ass down in there with all that New York hardness and shit. Yeah, it's about this, son. And you mess around to get your ass strung up. And I'm not talking about hung. I'm talking about strung up. You mess around and get your back meat ripped off your back. But I thought that was funny. Yeah, but anyway, back to Mike Tyson and Manny Pacquiao. So y'all give me what do you guys take on that? And I haven't finished. We still gonna get to Stvnson before I get out of here because I gotta get out of here early today, Derek. So I'm sorry about that, y'all. I was trying to get on early, and this freaking thing wouldn't log me on right. It was, it's doing its usual thing like it does. Anytime I'm in a hurry to do something, exactly what happens. What happens? Crashes. I don't have sound. I don't have video. Yep. Okay. Okay, Derek talking to y'all, so I'm going to put it in Discord. Yeah, putting it there right now, Derek. See, I'll tag you. I have a Discord, y'all. Okay, Mike used to jump in with angles when he was with Rooney. Yeah. Okay, Derek said. Okay, I will check it now at y'all search. And then he's talking about our conversation about fighting. Yeah, Derek said that's true. Eagle. Yeah, y'all sir said I seen a video the day of a girl who wanted to fight a next girl. So she went to her house, and when her mom opened the door, she got someone to record her slapping that other girl's mom. God, see, you couldn't see y'all sir. What you just brought up, Derek. No matter how you might be the baddest family on the block. You're the baddest family on the block in the neighborhood. But you would never slap somebody's mom. Because that humble people where you slap their mom, you didn't know they got 10,000 relatives that's on their way as soon as that slap land. They're on their way. And when they get that revenge, I mean, there's going to be asses out there sizzling, believe me. It's going to leave it like that. Or people in your neighborhood would beat you up for saying something about someone's mother too. Yeah, you get your ass whooped. Hey man, that's my boy. And we talking about his mom. Yep. Story going on about after a few months, she turned up dead, shot up. That's what happens, and that's exactly what used to happen. Y'all sir, that's the same thing I was just mentioning right now. That same type of shit that used to happen. Okay, he's talking to Derek. He said, Derek, you still get violated around these ways. if you fuck about with someone's families. Oh yeah, most definitely. Derek said, "Damn, AB got a gut." He cried. Yeah. So back to what you were saying, like so Mike Tyson's so importance about Mike Tyson coming in. We'll talk about it more. So the importance about Mike Tyson coming in, and this is not a topic for today, but I'm just gonna clear it up a little bit about him jumping in. So Mike Tyson, what he had great footwork on his way, and people don't talk about his footwork. He would change his feet a couple of times. He wouldn't just hop in. Manny just hops in. And the thing is, when Mike Tyson comes in, when he used to do that, when it looks like he's hopping in, what he was doing is he come in at different. He would change his angle uh, as a defensive move in order to get clean shots off on your chin and your body. So he used to get in close, and you swing over on top. And when you swing over on top, he usually hits you to the body with a hook, and then he went straight up the middle with an uppercut. Then he would switch feet again, or he might do two sides. He might boom boom and then uppercut. He might one side uppercut, other side uppercut, and then switch up. While he's in there, he'll switch up again. Very difficult fighter to fight. Uh, Tyson Fury, he would have killed Tyson Fury. To be honest, Tyson Fury wouldn't have had a chance against that kind of, because Tyson Fury had problems fighting somebody who's short. And Mike Tyson was under 6 feet. He had a real too much trouble trying to hit him, like everybody else did, because Tyson did fight some real fast fighters too. Okay, so these subjects we're probably going to talk about it again next week, Derek. But I wanted to bring up also. So I got the condolences out for AB. AB got a gut. Okay, the next thing, Shakur, and this is real quick, so we're gonna have to probably do the show. We'll probably have to do it again. So with Shakur, I don't know what the story is, but this is what I'm getting. Now you guys can get mad and say that this is not so eagle, but what I'm getting, yeah, James Quick Tillis too. Yep, he was quick. So what I'm getting is that Shakur ducked Haney, and I don't care, you guys can get mad if you want to and say he didn't duck Haney. He ducked Haney because of money. And who the hell is he fighting? Is he supposed to be getting more money? And also he didn't fight Martin because of money. But he's fighting somebody else. And I guarantee he's not getting paid as much as he would have got paid. Now go ahead, y'all, sir, like you usually do, make up the excuse for him. But he's not getting paid as much for this fight as he would have got paid for fighting Haney or Martin. So go ahead and make up an excuse for him on this one. He wants to project himself as being the best fighter in boxing, but you can't be the best fighter in boxing. Just get those fights out the way. Take your little chump change, and then if when people see you, they say, "Oh yeah, give him a raise." Stop it, man. Yeah. Yeah. Derek said, I seen a video of a girl slapping the girl's mother. She said that shit made me mad. That y'all, sir, yeah. Yeah, y'all sir, our boys never getting his act together. Also, y'all sir said, he said, you see that shit, Derek? Yeah, but boy, hey, one thing about AB, man, I don't know what it is about AB. AB, he looks good when he's in shape. You know, he looks decent. But when AB's out of shape, well, it goes straight to his stomach. Like you don't see him with like, you know, his back don't get fat and nothing, his legs and nothing. He don't get go straight to his gut, man. And usually when you're an athlete, you don't really get a gut. When you're running and when you're burning calories, your body doesn't slow down like that fast. But that's crazy. Yeah. He's never getting this shit together. Yeah. That shit, yeah, sir, so that shit pissed me off as well, at Derek. Yep. Pissed me off too when I just hearing about it. I don't like that shit, man. I feel like going over there myself. You don't be slapping people's mother and stuff, man. What the fuck is wrong? What the hell is wrong with these people nowadays, man? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think AB is capable of getting it together, y'all, sir. Yeah, sir, so Derek, yeah, 100. Yeah, he got something to blame his depression on now. Yeah, Derek Bay said, yeah, Mike had quick feet. He would pivot and always was punching. Yeah. Yeah, because the way he would come in is different than what Manny did. Manny got away with it because it's kind of a stutter step type of thing, like he would like psych you out, like I'm coming with punches, because he had already punched you during the fight like so many times that when he's doing this shit, you think, oh yeah, he's coming with punches, and you're getting ready for punches. But when he did that shit, a lot of people don't know when Manny does that, he still makes that mistake, but people aren't learning. When he does that shit, when he does that kind of shuffle about to come in, that's when you throw your shot. You already been hit by him. That's when you throw your right hand and put him on. That's what Marquez did. Marquez, damn, Marquez put him on like, man, he put him on straight up crybaby mode, man. He hit him so hard, man. That was a flush shot. Roy Jones, I think it was Roy Jones calling and said he's not gonna get up. The ref over there counting. I don't get these refs sometimes when they counting. If somebody does the crybaby, it's over with. There's no counting. There's no counting when you fall on your face. Stop the count. Because people don't fall on their face. Usually when you fall and you trip over something, you fall forward on your face. If you get hit, if you fall on your face in a boxing match, you didn't trip over nothing. You're hurt. If you go backwards, it's different. It's easy to stumble backwards no matter what. You could trip over something walking backwards, looking at your friend and trip and all that. Or you get hit, you go down, you didn't look at them like, okay, you can see their face. If I can't see your face, I'm waving it off. Man, he looked like Glass Joe. Remember Glass Joe? Glass Joe, when he get knocked out, Glass Joe be like this on his face. I don't know if y'all should know that game. Now they're saying Frank Martin fired Derek James. Yeah, this is so many rumors. I got to hear from Frank Martin myself. I got to hear from Derek James. They be saying so much shit. Yeah, but you guys remember that topic about Mike Tyson and Manny, and maybe we can put up some clips. We're gonna break them. We'll break that down one day. Okay, I'm not gonna really be able to cover my main subject about the heavyweights as much, but I'll let you guys guess. Y'all, so I ain't making no excuses for Shakur. He didn't accept the Haney fight because he didn't like the money offered. Frank done the same. Okay, why you bring Frank up if your subject is Shakur, then you bring up Frank, and then at the same time you said you're not making up no excuses, and you said he didn't like the money. You just made up an excuse, y'all. Sorry, what the hell? Says Shakur is a mini Crawford. Yeah, but we got to see his mini ass. He need to take his mini ass in there and fight. That's what he need to do. Yep. Yeah, y'all says I got no issue with man's doing the same shit. I don't know. I don't even know about that whole money thing. He should have fought Martin. If Earl Hollenbody should have fought Martin, he should have fought Martin. Simple as that. Because whoever he's fighting damn sure don't sound like Haney and damn sure don't sound like Martin. Man, get out of here. You ain't the best fighter if you're just fighting it. Man, come on. We got to stop it with this Canelo and Shakur being the best fighters and shit like that if they ain't fighting nobody. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all, so that's why I watch MMA. Yeah, your boy lost. Here's Landy, mess around, lost here. Y'all, so Derek done well week one of our MMA picks, and then he missed a few cards. Yeah. Shit, I missed the whole last week. I didn't even pick. I made sure I got my picks in today. Derek Bay said, "Yeah, I have to stay on top of that." He said that typology at y'all sir. Also, y'all sir said Derek 100. Yeah, Mark Curtis had Manny's number in my opinion. Yeah, he whooped his ass a few times to be honest. Yeah, a lot of people did. I thought he killed Manny. Yeah, the way Manny fell, because Manny didn't even have breathing movement. God dang. When you get hit so hard, you don't even have breathing movement. God dang. Your ass been hit. When you don't, when people can't even see you breathe. Wait, is he breathing? I'm taking Canelo over Charlo. Okay, I'm gonna stick with Charlo just because I probably got Canelo in the back of my mind, but I'm just gonna say Charlo because I don't like Manny still. Yeah, one of the biggest, if not the biggest upset of the year or decade. Yeah, same as Derek. Yep. So I look. So which heavyweight era do you guys feel was like the toughest heavyweight era, and just why? Just give me a couple of words, and I'll shut myself down for a second. So that was the big topic. We're gonna talk about it later. But I'm gonna highlight a fighter. I'm gonna see which era you guys think was the toughest. Whether you was, watching boxing at that time or not. Whether you had to go back in the archives and watch the fights or not. Which era in heavyweight boxing was the toughest? Yeah. Don't know how Charlie gonna move and box with all that extra weight. Nah, he probably walk around at 190 anyway, so he probably walks around pretty heavy. Maybe not 190, but he walks around like 180 at least. Charlie been out over a year, not working for fighters who have been away for a while. Yeah, I'm going with all eras. Nah, Ali era. Yeah, Ali era. But no, not. I mean the era of Ali, but okay, more specifically, what decade though? Yeah. Sorry, like he's same as Derek on everything. Same as Derek. A bit hard to like a guy that wears pearl necklaces, paints his nails, watches. Hint here, poor Jackson. Jackson's dog off and follows girls on social media who make up, who make pope porn. Pope porn. God dang. Yeah, so you said quite a bit. That's actually a mouthful. Okay, so the era that I'm speaking about is actually is the 70s. So it's the 70s. Now the fighter we're gonna highlight when we finally have a chance to discuss this, we're gonna highlight Joe Frazier. We'll do a little bit right now. So Joe Frazier himself, when you look at Joe Frazier was like he was a short heavyweight in an era where they had pretty tall heavyweights in the era. Believe it or not, in an era where there probably shouldn't have been a whole lot of heavyweights that tall and that big. That he was around monsters. I mean, never got a chance to fight. Like, he never fought Liston or nothing, but he was around nothing but monsters. Just think about it. And if Liston was still fighting, I mean, it would have been something else. Because I think George Foreman got his meanness from Liston. But the reason I wanted to showcase, I want to talk about Frazier again. We talked about Frazier before, but I started thinking. I said, you know what? Frazier was in an era where he was in he was in a no-win era for him. Because you had the greatness and speed and movability and a mobility of Muhammad Ali. You had the devastating power of Frazier. You had Ken Norton up there, Shavers. It was just too many beasts in there. You had Chavallo. You had Jerry Corey. It was just too much in there for such a small, brave, left-handed heavyweight. And he did he carried the torch, man. He whooped some ass. He whooped some ass. He had to whoop ass, and he did. He did just that. He whooped some ass. I mean, he didn't whoop quite as much ass because of the air, because of the people that was in there. But you got to think about, all the stuff that he had to take to be a little smaller heavyweight, and he still hung in there with those guys. He was still brave, still coming back, retiring, still saying, these young fighters. When an old fighter like that tell you, when an older fighter tells you that your era ain't shit, and I'm gonna come back and fight, he's a bad man. That's why I showcased Joe Frazier. He might not have the accomplishments like people think he had, but he had some hell of accomplishments. Anytime you can come back, and he came back and got a draw against somebody, it don't matter who you are. If you've been out of boxing that long, come back and get a draw. And you're a little guy like that. Frazier he was on that I don't give a shit type of attitude. He didn't give a F. Okay, social media. Okay, puppy porn. I was like, Pope porn. Derek said, well, he said didn't know he did all that. I knew he painted his nails though, y'all, sir. I didn't know about nothing about no puppy porn. And I don't know who y'all talking about. So, whoever it is, that's gross. Don't bring that shit up in Eagles Wear Boxing again. Izzy is a dirty bastard. Yeah, Derek said. Oh, Izzy? Yeah. Oh, you was talking about Izzy the whole time. Okay, Izzy. Said a dirty bastard. Derek, that Sean Strickland pressure was wild. Yep. Izzy got exposed for a lot of shit. Yeah. Yeah, you win one, you come back and you act like your confidence is all up. You start bragging about how you timed something. You know, you got that shot off, you got that right hand off and shit, and then you act like, yeah, I was just waiting for that to hold. Yeah, stop. That's cap. Y'all got they got to stop that bullshit all the time. Yeah. Is yeah, yeah. So I thought the late '80s, '90s was strong for heavyweight boxing. No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why I agree with Derek, and we'll talk about it more. I'm gonna tell you why I agree with Derek, like the Ali, like the later Ali era. There's a lot of things that happened that we gotta talk about. Even with the like the Ali not being able to fight through his prime. We never know how good Ali would have been, even though we still call him the greatest. '80s and '90s good, but just a lot of ducking. Like too many non-fights like we're having today. And Shakur, I still don't trust your ass. You probably hiding out. Yep. Derek said, what is crazy is that Liston and Frazier almost fought when Liston was on his comeback. Yep. And Derek said they all fought each other at 100. Yeah, there was no ducking. You mans are way, way, way older than me. So you know way more about boxing. And like they say, respect old people. Yeah, we old, man. You can call us old. He calling us old, Derek. He don't know that we got archives and shit that we can go back and look at stuff. Hey, y'all, so don't bring that shit in here. Hey, we just got to talking about somebody. You slapping me and Derek right now. Right now, that's what you're doing. You slapping me and Derek. Me and Derek owe you an ass whooping somehow. He's slapping the shit out of us right now, Derek. You hear him? Did you hear it slap? I can hear it and feel your slap, man. You just slapped the taste out of me and Derek's mouth, man. We just trying to have a little friendly discussion. We going back. Now, what if we talked about the 50s or something? Then then what? It's just something that we bringing up. Cause he just put we just put fighters in our mind from the certain era. We didn't like. It's not like, we were grown men or something, but I'm just saying, just like in the 60s and stuff, there wasn't as much competition in the 60s because it was more or less Liston was just beating everybody up. We didn't have nobody. Yeah, you had Foster, they was light heavyweight, but they was makeshifting people. They were putting people in the heavyweight division in the early 70s and late in the 60s and stuff. They were just putting people in out there, making people fight in, probably the late 50s and 60s. There's nobody's there. Nobody was there to fight. They get your ass out there and fight. They was just pushing people in the ring. They was just putting gloves on anybody. And nobody really wanted to fight Liston. It was just Liston. It was Liston. When it was the Liston era, that's who it was. Liston was just beating up everybody. But you had somebody that just took errors from people. Ali took the Liston era away from him. Just think about that. Ali took the Foreman era away from him. So we'll talk about it more. Ali took the Foreman era away from him, and Foreman ended up being champ after 40 years old. So there was a lot of things that happened during there. A lot of that stuff didn't happen in the 80s, 90s. It didn't happen. They were splitting belts, and they were fighting for big bags, but there was only like 4 fighters fighting. There was Holyfield. I mean, you could throw Michael Moore in there, but he didn't fight. I mean, he was getting beat up when he got to heavyweight. That was my favorite, light heavyweight or cruiserweight. Yeah, he was great. But shit, you had Holyfield, you had Tyson, and you had Riddick Bowe mostly. That's all. That's what you really had. And those fights was between those 3. It was between Mike Tyson and Holyfield, and it was between Riddick Bowe and Holyfield. And then Lennox Lewis came in too, though. But nobody was really okay. Holyfield was fighting everybody, but Riddick Bowe, that's the fight that we missed back then. Yeah, Derek said, how could you call a 23-year-old old? I don't know what's wrong with him, Derek. Y'all sir be losing it, man. The UK mind, man, is something else. I was supposed to go to UK beginning of August. Yep. Yeah, but hey, we owe his ass though, Derek. Don't tread lightly on that though, Derek. We owe him, man. He just can't come in here with that kind of disrespect on us, brother. He can't just come in with that kind of disrespect, man. He just come in here with all kind of disrespect on us, man. Like we ain't nothing. Derek, yeah. So now he wants you to hit him up. He laughing and shit. I told him, Derek, hit me up when you come this way. He said, Foster had a nuclear right hand to be so skinny. Yep, you right about that. Yep. But we're gonna get back in. We're gonna get back into the air and stuff. And remind me about the Tyson and Manny. So we could probably we can get something done about that. But I gotta get out of here, y'all. Yep, they didn't call me. I gotta go. I gotta go out of town for this for my work today. So yeah, they hit me up late, man. So I wanted to talk to y'all because this shit. I don't know why I scheduled a show like this because this is a longer show. But we'll get back to discussion, man. Y'all have a great weekend out there, man. Take care of yourself, man. I heard that Georgia. If you got people in Georgia, I heard Georgia was actually flooding, man. So if you got people in Georgia, man, make sure that they're okay. Georgia, Florida, all that. Maybe Gil Coles, maybe he's not okay right now. I don't know. But hopefully everybody that comes in here, even I think Michael's down there to Michael Johnson's Boxing Talking More. I think he's down there too. But anyway, if you guys get in touch with either of those guys or anybody that's from Florida or Georgia, make sure that they straight, man. But anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is. Eagles Way of Boxing, no matter what day it is, it's always blessings, man. Nothing but blessings. Believe that. That's right, Derek. I'm sorry, brother. I got to go, man. I'm going to catch y'all. Yeah. Eagle. It's the Eagle brand, baby. Yeah, I might be able to get back with y'all on the weekend or something, just for a short one or something. So this look out, just pay attention for notifications. I say that, and sometimes I can, and sometimes I can't. But y'all just look out. All right, y'all. Deuces, baby.